Academy, where one day you will be 7th and 8th graders. It is a beautiful building. It has excellent teachers. Look forward to it. This was a good idea. The intern, Miss Alba Williams. Miss Williams, would you hold your hand up, please? It was her idea to have our 4th of July program here at the junior high, where you will one day be 7th and 8th graders, so that you can look at the auditorium as we're leaving. You can look at the big buildings where you have classes. And this is a very special time, and only summer school children get a chance to celebrate 4th of July with friends and with teachers. And I really look forward to this. We talked about why we have a 4th of July celebration. We individually have birthdays, and it is fun when we can celebrate our country's birthday together. And I will ask if a first grader can come and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Do I have a volunteer? Okay. Okay. Sandra, since you're nice and close, why don't you come up? Please stand. Place your hand over your heart.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let me explain that our students are students from all over the district. So that is another good reason to have the program here at the junior high, because all of you will be coming here one day. Not at Heard or Lowell, because a lot of the children are not attending those two schools. While Mrs. Runk's class comes up, I'll introduce myself, as I should have done at the beginning. My name is Alice Trujillo. I am the Lowell School principal, but during the summer, I am the Chapter 1 principal. And Mrs. Runk and her 4th graders will give us some facts about the 4th of July.
The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France in 1875. It was delivered piece by piece, and the sculptor was Frederick Bartholdi. From the foundation to the top of the torch, she is over 300 feet tall. De la fundación hasta lo arriba de la torcha mide más de 300 pies de alto.
She stands on Liberty Island, turret of New York Harbor as lighthouse for boats.
She weighs 225 tons. Ella pesa 125 toneladas.
The crown of 7 spikes stands for 7 seas and 7 continents. The broken chain at her feet represents her dress robe. The tablet in her left hand represents July 4, 1776. Her real name was Liberty Electita. She is a symbol of freedom and equality. Ella es el símbolo de libertad y de igualdad. She watched Statue of America arrive in America. October 28, 1896, President Grover Cleveland dedicated the statue. In 1924, President Calvin Coolidge proclaimed that the Statue of Liberty was a national monument. In the 1980s, Americans raised $230 million just to restore her. The United States is not perfect, but the statue stands for what can be. She is the largest and best loved statue in the whole world. Give me your tithe as you are poor. I lift my lamp beside the folding door.
Thank you very much. That's everything you ever wanted to know about the Statue of Liberty. Facts about America. Mrs. Runk's 4th grade class. On your program is listed Poem for America. The student thought he was an administrator and did not come in today, so we will have to skip that. We have 5-day weeks. Administrators have 4-day weeks. Now, Mrs. Kenyon's class, if you will come up. The earth is good to me. Thank you, Mrs. Kenyon's 5th graders. And I will ask Mrs. Barron, Ms. Stedman, and Mrs. Griffin's class to come on up. This is Miss Barron's, Miss Stedman, and Miss Griffin's first, second, and third graders. It's a grand old flag. It's red, white, and blue. Thank you. Muchas gracias. And I'll ask Mrs. Egu's class to start coming up, please. Mrs. Egu's fourth and fifth grade, history of the Declaration of Independence and the recitation of the preamble of the Constitution. Mrs. Hall's fourth graders and Mrs. Egu's fourth and fifth graders will be doing the history of the Declaration of Independence, the recitation preamble of the Constitution, and jazz-style choral reading, Yankee Doodle.
During the Revolutionary War, the English soldiers wore fine uniforms. The American soldiers were too poor to buy uniforms. As a joke, the English made up a song about the American soldiers and called it Yankee Doodle.
Americans were not afraid of the English. They started singing Yankee Doodle and it became their song.
Our independence is celebrated on the 4th of July. It's a day for parades, picnics, fireworks, and fun. It's a day for remembering we are proud of the patriots who signed the Declaration of Independence. They had the courage to make our country free.
Mrs. Hall and Mrs. Agu's 4th and 5th graders. Miss Cohen, Mrs. Roberts, and Mrs. Exums. Students, please come on up. Roberts and Miss Exum, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th graders. America the Beautiful.
Chair.
if Mrs. Pozo, Mrs. Lehman, and Mrs. Kendall's class can bring their group up the middle, and the children who are on the stage, if you can go by the wall. These are first and second graders from Mrs. Pozo, Mrs. Lehman, and Miss Kendall's class, waving the flag and the flag. Now as our students prepare for the finale, go with your teachers. Children, please go with your teachers. No, right now, please everyone. I was talking to the children on the stage to go with their teachers. The only children that should be ready to stand up are the back row children. Mr. Ramirez, would you bring your children up?
No tienen un juego en su mano, ni un papalote, ni nada. Tienen a la bandera.
While children are lining up, let me tell you, children, please look at me. Anytime you have a flag, it is representing our country, and there is a respect that you need to pay. You hold the flag, just like when people bring down a flag, they're very careful that they do not allow it to touch the ground. It is never to touch the ground. It is a respect. The flag is a symbol of respect that we have for our country. Please do the same now. Just hold it nicely. As we sing the finale for your family and for your friends that came to watch you today, and in celebration of the 4th of July. Kramer? No, you do not have to hold them so you get tired. Just hold them right at shoulder level. You know where your shoulder is? That's all that you need. Yankee Doodle, America, my country USA, and this land is your land. Thank you very much, Ms. Kramer, for working with our children this summer. We've got a real special treat for you this morning because both schools have been working so hard on these 4 songs that we're going to sing with you this morning. At this time, I would like to invite any parents, family, and friends to please feel free to sing along with us this morning to help us celebrate the 4th of July.
Yankee Doodle went to town, riding
and we want to hear it again. But you know what? I hear all of this sound in front of me. I want to hear some sound behind me. I know you know this song. I know you know this song. So let's have everybody join us in for the last time of This Land Is Your Land. Beautiful, thank you. Wait a minute, we're going to exit and go sit down just the way you came up. As you do, please give your flag to your teachers. First, Mrs. Barron's group, Mr. Garcia and Mr. Ramirez's children stay until Mrs. Barron's children are all down.